how to command time like Doctor Who without the Tardis. Hello, welcome to the podcast. My name is Paul Drake. Welcome to the show. This is the Freedom Life School podcast. Today we're going to talk about accountability, about managing your time, and about how you can become the master of your own time. So, first things first, let's get down to accountability. Now, the reason I choose this first is because accountability is probably one of the most easiest and fastest ways to help you achieve your goals. How many times have you decided to say to yourself, I'm going to start something new, and end up not doing it? We've all done that. We've all done it before. Like, I am a qualified personal trainer, and I am I know how to do nutrition, I know how to do workouts, I know how to set up like a program for like now with the coronavirus, we can't go to the gym. So I'm qualified enough to create home workouts, but because me going to a gym is more enjoyable and me going to a gym is what I enjoy doing and how I want to work out, finding the effort to work out at home has been very hard. Very hard, because the accountability for me was knowing that when I left the house to go to the gym, I needed to go to the gym and smash a great workout out. But because I am, at home, not really going out that much, feeling a little bit more lazy, not really doing much, I haven't been working out. So even for me, who is qualified and who can create like a program for himself, I've still not done it because I can't find it. I can't find the effort. I can't find the willpower, as it were. So today, I've set myself up an accountability system. So what I've done is I have actually registered onto someone else's program. Yes, it seems crazy because I can do it myself and I'm qualified to do it. But the accountability is then because I'm going to not just let myself down, I'm going to let someone else down that I thought I need to do it, because if I don't, I'll end up not working out, I'll end up feeling more tired, I'll end up feeling more shocking, because exercise itself, you may think because you do more, you end up feeling more tired, but that's not the case. When you exercise, it actually gives you more energy. It's one of them weird little scenarios where you think, how does that make sense? But it honestly does. So if you're struggling to find accountability for something, then the best thing to do is to find someone who is doing what you are doing, or you can find a friend if they want to do it the same as you. So say you have a friend who wants to, start learning about a new language, and you want to do exactly the same as them. Instead of you both taking separately, why don't you both team up together? We can't really see each other in person at the minute because of the lockdown, but you can do live calls, you can be on the phone just talking to them, saying, right, this is what we can do today, how about we just do this lesson, and then once you've done it, ring each other up and speak a little bit in the language that you're learning. It is that simple, trust me, and you actually go in to take that effort to write down a few sentences and putting it on a piece of paper of what you're going to speak to your friend. Well, actually make it cement into your brain even more, instead of just reading it and going through it because you're actually using it, you're trying to implement it in your life, which then will actually build emotion on it, and it'll build that the neurons will connect together, which then will create more of a habit, which then will create more of a better knowledge of it. So basically, one of the best ways to master time or command time is by finding an accountability partner, or finding people that will help you along your journey. Now, this could be, say, reading a book. You could find that person in that book that you found out, that could be your accountability partner, because you've started to read that book, and if you don't finish that book, you're not only letting yourself down, but you're letting down the author of that book. Because he's wrote all this, he's spent hours and hours and hours, years and years and years and years, getting the knowledge to then put it into that book so then you can read it. So would you want him to, hear about your story, hear about how it's improved your life, and how much different everything is from just taking that first step to reading this book to changing your life? Because that's a fantastic thing about social media these days. is that you can connect with anyone. You can literally connect with anyone. If you've got your favourite author, you find their page or you find their group, and you'll have everyone that's in the same situation as them, in the like-minded situation. So everyone's read their book, everyone's trying out their things, everyone's doing their course, everyone's doing their business plan. So it's so easy now to connect with people on the accountability level, which will then make you successful far faster, far more better than doing it alone. So you could do it like that, or you can even get a mentor. You can even get someone to teach you or make you learn, or like someone that actually explains to you or gives you a course, or someone that can like take you through the steps that you need to achieve your success. Don't ever think that you have to do it alone, because you don't. That you honestly don't. And if your ego's that big that you think, oh well, I can do this without anyone, then you know, I think you need to take a step down and think, you know what? Could this person, could this book, could this life, could this course take me to the next level faster, more efficiently, and better? Because they've already done it before, they've already learned from the mistakes, and they've already, implemented it into their lives and thousands of other people's lives before them, because they've given them that course. So accountability is, I'd say, very high on the agenda. If you really want to be successful, try and find people that are being accountable for. Because yes, you might start off well. I've had this a fair few times. I've started off well. I've gone for a few weeks, gone for a few months, done what I needed to do. And over time, I start spending less and less time on it, because it's less and less enjoyable, because it's getting harder and harder and harder to either progress in the course that I'm doing, or to progress in like something else that I need to really knuckle down towards, because it's getting harder, and no one then is telling me that I need to do this, or there's people around me that are succeeding, or people are, pushing themselves around me. You start to waver and waver and waver. They say you're the average of your 5 best friends that you hang around with. So I heard from, I think I can't pronounce his last name. I keep butchering it, but his name is Tom Bilyeu, Bilyu. I think that's how you spell it. Right. He's talked about that, and what he said is, why don't you try and extend that to the 5 people, like the 5 ideas that you have. So basically that means if you are struggling to have them 5 close friends who have got got what you want, then you can broaden your perspective out to maybe go to different groups and stuff like that. You might not necessarily meet them in person, but if you connect with a few people in the group that are getting good lots of money, they're either spending their time with their families more, and they're just better in their lives, and then you being around them people that are better in your life will make you push even harder, because you're seeing it as fact in front of you. Seeing other people do it in front of you will inspire you to push yourself even more, because you think, well, yes, this is possible. Because if your self-limiting beliefs come back in after a few months saying, oh well, I can't do this because I'm not being successful yet, or I've not been able to make as much money, or I've not been able to quit my job, things like that, it starts to put a negative impact on it. Whereas if you see other people doing it, you can ask them. You can be like, yes, that person's doing it. Let's try and learn from them. Let's try and build a relationship with them. Let's try and see if we can both help and serve each other, because they might be struggling on something that you've mastered. So then you swap information. They now can master what you've mastered, and you can master what they've mastered. And hey, presto, you've now built a family. You've built a community. You've built, that accountability with each other to push each other to that next level. So it's always good to, find them, groups, or find your closest friends if they want to do the same as you. Now, the next thing is about how to, command your time. Like Doctor Who. What a title that was, eh? That was a good one. That I thought that was good. So, the way to master or command your own time is by figuring out what time you use on a daily basis. So, when you get up in the morning, how long it takes you to clean your teeth, what it takes you to have your breakfast, what it takes you to get dressed, what it takes you to get ready for work, what it takes to go to work, what it takes for your hours at work, how much breaks you have when you come home, how much time do you have then before you have a shower, have your tea, clean up. Whatever it is, you need to figure out over, say, a week period, what times you spend doing what. As soon as you've done that, you'll figure out how much spare time you've actually got. Now you can start commanding your time without having to worry about having extra time, because you'll realize that there's certain points in the day that you're, I'd say, wasting, to be fair. You may not think it's wasting, but other people might. I say it's wasting because you sat on social media scrolling through everyone's news feed. You're looking at it, you're reading it. Oh, well, that person's, having a bad day today. Oh, that person's having another bad today. Oh, well, this person's having a good day, but yesterday they said they're having the worst day ever. For me personally, I think social media is great to connect with people, but it is also bad on the time front because we spend so much time on it every single day just by scrolling through news feeds about people and just reading old crap. Now, if you use it for a business side, then obviously you're putting content out there. You are using it to talk to your market. You're talking to people to try and get their insight on what sort of, how they can change their life. You're asking questions. You're using it as an information-based platform instead of more of a social media. Now, if you figured out how much time you've got through the week, I have done this, and it is, in my opinion, one of the best things I've done to manage my time. That's why right now I'm recording this podcast, and it is 8 o'clock in the morning, because I've already been up since 5:30. I've then got myself ready. I've got downstairs, and then I've done my morning, the miracle morning routine. So that includes it were like about 15 minutes of healing affirmations. Then it were just my normal affirmations, which were like inspiring me to be the best I can be throughout the day. Then it was visualization. Then it were, which is they call it savers in the miracle morning. So this next one is E, so you spell out savers, SAVERS. So then you've got E, which is exercise. I've not done that yet because I'll record my podcast first, and I feel then after I've done my workout, I can then maybe have a shower, maybe have something to eat. Then that's it. Next one is R, which is read. Next one is S for scribe, which means doing your journal. So I still need to read, and I still need to do exercise. It doesn't matter which order you put them in, as long as you do that in your morning ritual. Now reading, because we've been off the coronavirus anyway, I've been reading loads anyway. I've read quite a few books and just been really getting down to building some knowledge and building some expertise and just learning my craft and learning who I want to be and changing my mindset and just creating a better life. It's exciting, it's good, it's fun, because that's the life I want to live. And if you can find that passion of what you want to do and how you want to put it across to people, then fantastic. And use this time now that you're at home, if you are at home, to push yourself and find new things. It's only scary the first time you do it. Like, that is the scariest you're going to ever feel, the first time you do it. Then after that, it gets a little bit less and a little bit less and a little bit less. So if you're scared about starting a new course, starting a new book, starting a new career, then it's normal. Everyone has these same feelings. Just don't ever hold yourself back because of your feelings that are irrelevant. Only you feeling it at that time, specific time. The person you're buying the course from or the book that you're going to read, they're not scared. They're not worried. So it's only you at that specific moment in time that's holding you back. Anyway, I've digressed a little bit on that now. So, yeah, you've managed your time. You found out that it takes you a certain amount of time in the morning. You can't, unless in the morning you don't want to get up any earlier, which is fair enough, but I highly recommend getting up that half an hour earlier to do the morning, The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. Go and read his book, The Miracle Morning. It's fantastic. You'll realise that getting up early and having a routine like that inspires you to do so much more throughout your day. So once you've done that, say you've got no more time for in the morning to, better your life in what you want to do and reading, courses, stuff like that. Then you do your work throughout the day. You've realised that when you get home, you throw down the work clothes, get a shower, and then you sit on social media for an hour. Now that hour, or even half an hour, an hour that you have now figured out over the week that you spend doing that, just take 10 minutes out of it. If you don't want to have a massive, change it that much, just take 10 minutes out. Pick up a book. In 10 minutes, you might be able to read 3-4 pages. But it's just the whole fact of you starting that new habit, and that new idea is then going to start bringing the passion. It's going to start bringing that joy and the love and that enthusiasm to learning something new in your life. So just spend 10 minutes for the first week, and I guarantee by the end of that week you'll want to increase it. You'll want to increase it to at least 20 minutes. And then after that week, you think, yeah, you know what, I'll increase it again. Before long, that whole hour that you're spending on social media, you're reading a book. So in that hour, you might have read like 40 pages. Now that is amazing. Imagine reading even if you're a slow reader, there's actually ways to increase your speed and read. But even if you're a slow reader and you only read 20 pages in that hour, that 20 pages of knowledge that you're getting is going to inspire you to become so much better every day. Or if you're doing a course, put that 20 minutes to the side. Say, if you've got a girlfriend, kids, stuff like that, look, I need to go and do my course. I need to go and do this. This is what's going to help us better my life. Then go and do it. Or if you find that when you get home, you've got no time because you're with the kids, you're with your missus, you want to cook tea, you want to clean up, you want to do stuff like that, fair enough. But don't dilly-dally, doing 10 minutes here, social media 10 minutes. Dilly-dally over here. You want to make sure that you're doing it, spending the time that you need to quality with your family. But then after that, if it's night time, kids are gone to the bed, what do you normally do then? How many hours of TV do you watch a night? This is an honest question. An honest question. I don't know if it were Zig Ziglar. I think I was listening to him where they did like a survey on all these people. Now you got, this was years ago as well, you got the bottom line person. The bottom line person spends an average, I think it was 30 hours of watches 30 hours of TV per week. That's a lot. 30 hours, that's over a day's worth of TV, a day and a quarter worth of TV a week. That is bad. Then they went down the next line, who was not supervisor, he was a line leader. They watched an average of 25 hours per week. Then it went up again. It was the supervisor. Now they watched 20 hours a week TV. So as the more and more progress, you can see the people who are higher up were watching less and less. So then it was the next person up. Then next person, then it got to like the main CEO, the business person, who watched an average of, I think it was 8 hours. I think it was 8 hours of TV, but half of that was actually like courses or instructions and stuff like that. If the 4 hours of that were actually knowledge-based TV stuff, so it weren't actually like TV programs that you watched, like, you know, whatever it's called, some Housewives or I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even like watch normal TV. I'd rather learn like reading books and stuff like that. Or don't get me wrong, I still have downtime. Like I still got a computer game that I play. It's called Magic the Gathering. I still do that. I don't do it too often, but I might spend half an hour, maybe every other day on it. You're allowed to do stuff. It's not. I'm not saying you can't. I'm not saying you can't do anything. I'm just saying that try and use that time that you think that, oh, this is my time to relax. But what's it gonna do? If you're waking up every day feeling miserable, trapped, like a slave, you feel like the world is against you, like you are never going to progress, you are never going to get what you want in life, and you're watching 30 hours of TV a week, who's to blame? I know it seems like hard truth, and some people don't want to hear it, and I'll probably lose listeners through it, but at the end of the day, I'm not that bothered. I'd rather have people listen to me who want to build that community of becoming better, to live a life without regret, and to live happy. This is the whole point of the LLB Project. Not to listen to a podcast and think, oh yeah, that's pretty good, and then never do it or anything like that. I want you to start implementing what you learn from these podcasts. I want you to start bettering your life. I want you to start thinking to yourself, this is who I want to be. I don't want to be that same person as I was yesterday or the day before, because that wasn't serving me. I want to wake up today or tomorrow feeling amazing. I want to be the best I can be. I want to know that I'm living my life to the fullest, because otherwise, what's the point in life? There isn't any point. If you're not happy, then just what is the bottom line? If you're not happy, you can either stay the same, and you can either fight the government, you can fight the schools, you can fight everyone else and blame everyone else, thinking, oh yeah, it's all this fault, that person's fault. Or you can man up, you can think to yourself, I am going to change the way my life is. It's as simple as that. But, hey, down to you, my pal, my friend. It's down to you. So, make sure that if you've got that time all set out, start putting it towards what you want. It doesn't take a lot to start off with, just 10 minutes a day, just keeping yourself accountable. Then, after that, you'll want to change even more, and you'll want to read even more, do even more courses. It's so much more beneficial to use your time wisely, command it like Doctor Who without the Tardis, because hey, you can do it, you will do it, and you're amazing. Just remember that. Anyway, guys, before we go, I want to talk about the course that I'm doing. That is actually free. Yeah, boy, it's free. It's a 6-week free live workshop. So basically what happens is, all I want you to do is go to freedomliveschool.com/free-live workshop. Then what you need to do is just fill out one question, how to reconnect with yourself and find happiness. Press submit. Bing, bada, bosh. You are entered to experience the course for free. Because I want this course to be amazing, I want it to be the most transformative course you've ever done or you'll ever do. I just need to make sure that everything is in the program to do that. And I don't want to leave anything out. And for you helping me, I'm giving you the course for free. After I have make sure everything is, in it, finalised. And I then will be selling it for £150. So, you want to get in there now while it is free. And that's it for today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. I've enjoyed this episode today. It's been very good. In fact, I enjoy every episode. I've been enjoying the podcast very much. And if you have, please like it, share it, review it, whatever you want to do, wherever you are. If you're on YouTube or if you're on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you are, please like it, please review it. It will help me grow. I want to spread the word even more to everyone. So, yeah, that's it for today, guys. I was supposed to be interviewing someone yesterday, but something fell through. So, I'll let you know when I'm next interviewing someone. And, yeah, I want to get them on the channel, get a perspective on their life and what obstacles they've had and how I can help them out, or if there's anything that they can even help you out with. If they've gone through a roadblock and they have managed to overcome it and break through it, imagine that knowledge that they're going to give you. That'd be amazing. You'd be like, you know what, I've had that same situation. That's how you do it. That's how you get over it. So that's it for today, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you again soon.